Hello, welcome to Groovy Tarot. Seems like the theme of this reading will be take time and space to value simplicity. I do bottle art, bottle jar art, and I make different messages to go with each one, and I was thinking of randomly choosing one and bringing it out for the reading. I decided against it, but then by the time I don't know, this one was out of the pile, and it happened to be where I happened to decide to sit for the reading, and so I figured, I was like, okay, I suppose this is our bottle message for the reading. The title of it is Take Time and Space to Value Simplicity. It has a royal blue wax top with hints of red and gold in it. And then it has the mold, We Are Earth. The stamp itself says We Are Earthlings, but the way it came onto the bottle, it literally says We Are Earth. And red is a color of passion. Gold is a color, it can be a color of light. A lot of people who do light meditations start with white, but it has been said that that might be too high a vibration. You might get lightheaded, whatever. The case may be, we live in an infinite universe, so I believe everyone has their own experience, so it's hard to say, so don't take things as is, but it has been said that gold is an easier light to begin with when you do light meditations, because it has a high frequency, but it's not as airy as white light. And so it's easier to it's just easier to start out. It still has the good positive energy, love. Um, I, I usually, when I do light meditations, it usually ends up being a mix of color, but yeah, the on the royal blue, We Are Earth is very interesting because that's your throat chakra, and it's not even what the stamp itself says. So the fact that that's what was printed out is pretty telling on what this bottle jar art is saying. And the back of the message says, "Oh, so inside the bottle it has a halfway burnt, like used up, burnt out red candle." And then it has blue wax and yellow wax kind of melted towards it on the inside and in the bottom. It's hard to tell, I know, so that's why I'm explaining it. But there's also a leaf, sprig, pressed leaf in here. So the message of the bottle says the primary colors, nature, perhaps the simplest things are of the most value. Perhaps the most simple things are of the most value. I just thought of the quote, I forgot who said it. Ralph Waldo Emerson. That was such random. I'm pretty sure. But the quote is, um, he who is richest, he is richest whose pleasures are simplest. Pretty sure that's Ralph Waldo Emerson. I'm going to pull a card from the Sacred Earth Oracle. Well, I was shuffling it, and then half of the deck kind of fell off my hands, landed upside down, and renewal was up. Take the time to breathe in and out. Let your exhale be longer than your inhale. Maybe that'll give you a sense of renewal of energy. Another way to renew your energy is I like to use candles a lot for smoke, like clearing of energy with smoke. If you let your candle out, you let it sit, kind of bring light into the room, you blow it out, the smoke clears the rest of the energy out. Or incense is kind of a constant string of smoke, and if you kind of look at the smoke and look at the patterns of it, you can tell different symbolisms from it, um, whether it kind of goes up in a line or disperses in kind of puffs. um, you can take symbolism and patterns and read into your day or your life, or depending on your circumstance. So I think what the message is, that might have been a little bit random or specific, but I think what the message is, like, rely on yourself for spiritual information. We live in an infinite universe, and so everyone who speaks their truth is truly speaking their truth, but there is no singular truth in the universe. It varies based on perspective, based on experience, and we do live in an infinite universe, and so there are exceptions to every rule. And so truly rely on your own compass, your internal compass, your own sense of discernment. And the more you rely on yourself, the more the universe will be able to kind of reach in and help you make those decisions. We have an independent journey, but we're never truly alone. Simple renewal, simplicity renewal, internal guidance. Fortitude just came out. Fortitude. Kind of like knowing who you are and being unapologetic about it. And you can see so many animals. It's, him, the person, but so many, even these antlers, it blends in so many different, you have so many different selves, so many different dreams, so many different aspects. And then you can see it, but there's people in here in the shadows, like, you are tiny aspects of different people. You are multitudes. You are a multidimensional, fluid being who has access to divine light and knowledge, access to understand different timelines and how they intercept each other and influence each other. You have access and abilities to heal yourself and therefore others. By healing yourself, you heal your environment, which quite often sends those around you on a journey of healing themselves, kind of like the butterfly effect. It's pretty much exactly that. The universe really exists in patterns. So that kind of goes into, I think, what we were saying just a minute ago. But let me so that's kind of more of a general read of the energy, but let's get some more specific information for this collective. So we received some guidance for remaining simple, reaching inward. Let's see. Is there any specific message or guidance that should be known right now? What perhaps is not being seen? What perhaps is being forgotten? What should we bring our attention to right now as a collective? Five of Swords reversed. Maybe it feels like you're picking up the pieces. Constantly picking up the pieces of what? Of yourself. Oh, 10 of Wands. Okay, so it's kind of interesting. In the Five of Swords, we got reversed. She's constantly dropping all these swords, trying to pick them up. And then 10 of Wands. It's a lot to carry, but it's being carried and it's not being dropped. I often love to see what even though, tarot itself has symbolism, I love to see what the author wrote. So, okay, for the Ten of Wands, a figure wanders home, his arms filled with wands representing his many labors. So full of work is he that he can't tell that home is nearby and wants to give up. If this card has shown up for you, it is likely you are feeling something similar. You're reaching the end of a project or several and want to let it just go, but do not give up. You are closer to completion than you feel. And I was at first thinking, I was like, why didn't Five of Swords come up in the book first? But I think I was only meant to read the Ten of Wands. So, um, like you don't realize you're almost there. You might feel like the Five of Swords constantly dropping everything. Maybe you don't even feel like you have a handle on things, but you're much closer than you realize. Maybe we'll still look at the Five of Swords just in case I've missed anything. And I've opened up right to the swords just a page or two off. Okay. I'm going to just read the whole thing, both um, reversed and otherwise. Winning isn't all it cut out to be. The Five of Swords predicts victory and triumph on your part, but bitterness and resentment on the part of those who lose. Prepare to make enemies, although we got the reversed, which says, before you act impulsively in an argument, take a moment to breathe and consider if this hill is worth dying on. It is quite likely you won't win, and you will lose friends in the process of trying. So, taking the symbolism for that, which what relates to the Ten of Wands, it more so is saying maybe you're getting really, really, really upset with yourself and arguing with yourself over the fact that you're not able to do these things. Why can't you just pick it up? Why can't you just do this? Why can't you just do that? But you are, and it's fucking hard, and you're doing it anyway. So instead of beating yourself up, why can't you do it? Realize that you are, and it is just this hard, you know, but you're doing it anyway. And so, more so, maybe it's a have more gratitude for yourself rather than beat yourself up. Life shouldn't be this hard. No, it shouldn't. But it is. Right now, it is. We are in a spiritual war and physical as well. But we're looking more into the symbology of things right now. So, we're going to get into the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot. Two of Needles, Nine of Presents. And another reason I like to look at the guidebooks too is a lot of tarot decks kind of use different little symbols, and I'm pretty sure Needles is swords, but then with presents, I'm like, is that cups or what? I'm pretty sure it's cups, but they also have potion bottles too, so I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. But Ten of Wands, Nine of Presents, like, I'm pretty sure you're doing pretty good. Maybe you just don't think you are. Let me look into it. Two of Needles. Sally. Making Santa Claus clothes. Interesting, like, Two of Needles, Sally is sewing up Santa's clothes, and then just 2 pages down, she's sewing up herself. It's interesting that I saw that. So, like, you really are healing yourself, but you're doing a lot more than you think you are. You're not giving yourself grace, but you are doing the work. Okay, Two of Needles. Something heavy is on your mind. You've been racking your brain over a predicament, trying to come up with a solution that benefits everyone involved. Make sure you're seeing things as they really are. You need all the facts before you can make up your mind. So honestly, you like thinking about all the facts, but like I think you're missing out on yourself. You're not remembering yourself. The benefits everyone involved. You're obviously involved too. Nine of Presents. Nine of Presents represents material abundance. You've made your dreams come true and are reaping the rewards of your hard work. Now that you have everything you need, it is important to set yourself up for sustained success by managing your income wisely. Sustained success, that reminds me of something I always try to explain to people. I have a background in sustainability, and usually people are like, yeah, sustainability is needed for the environment, but it's being sustainable isn't just about environmental health. And sustainability in and of itself is basically a kind of like a closed loop system. Like it recharges itself by its own movement, by its own, like the system we live in now as a collective society, it exploits people and drains us all, and we are left with less. The system is not able to, like, it needs a lot of daily constant maintenance and exploitation to make the system work. But a more sustainable system would work because it naturally just does, kind of like the water cycle. Things evaporate, it rains down, it gets collected together, condensed until the point where it's evaporated again. Like we work so hard, but we're not able to see the end, the success of it. In terms of this, talking about self-sustained success, it's meaning like, don't miss out on yourself. You have the work, you have the tenacity, but you have to make it fun, make it something that can be maintainable, make it something that doesn't kill you to continue. Like, you are all you need. Maybe, the beginning of the reading was saying, take time and space to value simplicity. Maybe with all you're doing, take a few steps back and you're like, and ask yourself, where can I give more to myself through all this that I'm doing? Obviously, all your hard work, you do it for your own security, your own this, that, the other, because you love this person, because, but what is going to make it easier day by day for you to maintain something? Okay, let's get into this then. What specifically, we're going to go back to the coloring tarot. What specifically, like, how do we get to that 10 of presents? That, oh, it fell, okay. Page of coins. I know it's a coin he's staring at, but it almost looks like he's looking at a mirror. Kind of like remembering yourself, but let's look for the page of coins. See how this relates. This card is a card of hard work and study and can sometimes indicate going back to school or enrolling in an educational program. You probably have a good idea, but you don't know how yet to execute it. Learning from those who know more than you will be a big help in making your dreams a reality. So it kind of reminded me of what I was saying earlier about like, listen to yourself for spiritual guidance. Everyone has something to say that's truthful to them, but we live in an infinite universe, and so it might apply to you differently. Still though, look for resources, look for different ideas, take in those ideas, analyze it, and leave what does not fit, leave what does not help you, but take what resonates, take what will aid you in your success. I mean, obviously, even in regards to this reading, you know, maybe it's not yourself that you feel as though you're missing out on, but maybe it's something that you're looking for yourself, and you're right there, and you're doing all the work, and you're wondering where it is, but these presents are all around you. Okay, well, where are they? Maybe it just depends. Where are these presents? Where are these presents? Looking around you for resources, for that's too many. Just yeah, things spilling out, things all over the place. What to how do we rein it all in? Or what do we focus on? Where are these presents? Where is your presence? Where are you present? Three of Cups reversed. So they look very joyful, kind of like cheering, but it was reversed. So let me look into it. Three of Cups is a sign of friendship, specifically a friendship that is creatively fulfilling. This is a sign to find a group of people who inspire you to work, or work with a group of people who you already have, or work with a group of people you already have to make something wonderful. This could be a band, an artist collective, or some other project, but whatever you make is sure to be magical. If the Three of Cups has shown up reversed for you, it's time to take a look at your friend group, and see if it is a good place for you to be. It's possible that relationships need more work put in or have problems addressed. If the people around you aren't making you feel good, it might be time to let them go. So, obviously, you are the present. You're working so much, doing all these things, making sure everyone involved is good. But you have to make sure that these relationships are working for you. Are in these circumstances where you are racking your brain, like Sally, making sure it's good for everyone involved, are the other people involved also racking their brain, making sure it's good for you? Maybe you're not leaving yourself behind, but the people you allow yourself to be around are leaving you behind. And in a way, continuing to associate them with them is leaving yourself behind. Is there anything we are missing, any time period, or just something that would be useful? Just circling around the sun again, over and over and over, just bordering the sun. I think you are the sun. Just do one more. Let's close out with an oracle deck, any last insight? I'll close out with this oracle deck. Patterns. You know, in the fortitude, you can see him, and it's like the background blends in with him. Like he is there, and other aspects are aspects of him. But with this one, it's like she's almost melding into the background, like she's almost being carried away with the energies that surround her, but she's holding on to her heart, and she still has her face, so she has her own identity still, but she is holding on. Patterns. So look at the patterns of the people around you, the patterns they display in their behavior, with your relationship with them. And make sure that you are not being left behind. Make sure that you are not doing all of this work, racking your brain, figuring out what to do, what to pick up, what to fix, carrying it all. Make sure you're not carrying these relationships on your own. Know who you are. Things should be simple. Value simplicity. It doesn't need to be this hard. And even though it is, you have all of these good things, all of this beauty. You are already reaping the rewards of your hard work. Success is your birthright. Whether or not you can feel it might depend on how much those around you are bringing you down. Are they cheering you on? Or is something just always messed up? Why is there something always wrong that you gotta fix? What are these patterns? Let's look at the okay. A feeling that history is repeating. The patterns in your past, in your childhood, in your relationships, in your career are escapable. Stop and learn the lessons so you can move forward. There is no need to mindlessly, endlessly hit repeat. Look outside of what you know and break a cycle. Someone, perhaps the universe, is trying to tell you something. A unique response to a repeat problem is needed. A unique response to a repeat problem is needed. A unique response to a repeat problem is needed. You keep trying to pick all this stuff up, but you're already carrying it. Okay. From the flawless patterns of your spirit, a great light shines upon the world. You are a leader, a healer, an inspiration, a free spirit, unrestricted by traditional thinking. A desire to be all you can be and a vision for positive transformation draws you into deep exploration and clarity. It reminds me of looking internally. Break free, reshape your destiny, and follow the spiraling, intertwining pathways of peace, love, wisdom. Curling tendrils, ornate snowflakes, and a giraffe's patchwork. Nature is full of beautiful, complex, simple complexity. Fractals are found within the far reaches of space, the depths of the oceans, and within the human body. They are everywhere. Repetitive forms make fractals immediately recognizable, but like zebra stripes, peacock feathers, and cumulative clouds, each expression is unique. We live in an infinite universe. The spiral of our galaxy is echoed in the shell of the Nautilus, and we are reminded of the connection between the immense and the minuscule. Nature's penchant for pattern making is comforting. It reassures us that there are no missed opportunities, as the thread of fate will swing around again and again. That was like, this was swinging around again and again around the sun. You're the sun. Nature's patterns are responsive, intelligent, and have starting and completion points. They are reliable, but not predictable. You are a unique expression of spiraling DNA, but you are not limited by your patterning. You are not limited by your patterning. You have all the time you need to understand the patterns in the world. You also have the power to change them. Look, on the back of this guidebook, it's literally just you holding the light. Make sure you hold yourself up too. Thank you. Stay human.